Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Many of you may know that the first time David Devine put a video out, he did it on my channel. Although we're not the same person and I hardly see him anymore because he's pretty successful now. I am affiliated to his Climate Revolution book. Please check it out and check out some of his videos. His very first videos are on my channel. In my opinion, the information was so great, and if you check them out, I did put a link in the playlist in the description. Please click and take a look at the link. That'll help me even if you just click. And if you decide to get it, let me know how you like it. Weather extremes leading to global food scarcity and high food prices are here now, and this book describes the expected changes. And it's a must-read for understanding the sun-driven climate as we progress deeper into the new Eddy Grand Solar Minimum. How to survive and thrive during future challenging times with practicing preparations. Here's a nice picture of Mount Fuji that I found on a random video, and I thought about painting it, but the reason why I brought it here is to mark the beginning of my presentation, and when we see it again, we'll know that the presentation is over. Here's some pictures of the Richat structure that were pretty much taken from my last video, and they are quite stunning. Stunning shots of erosion and water events, flooding, that tore this place apart. I'm not here to talk about this today, but I did want to kind of show you the videos that I do normally make on the subject. But this picture here, it really shows canal type structure. It looks man-made to me, that got torn away from water events and flooding, and that picture is one of my favorites. You're not going to get a high resolution out of me, but it shows whether you can see the actual you can get the very bottom, that's where that is, but it shows this, what I think is a man-made canal. There's just not a lot of natural erosive activity compared to what water runoff looks like, and that's probably a missing area that used to exist that canal led into. I'm kind of curious about what was there before it was destroyed and the escarpment was made. As I told you many times, I believe this was a big lake on the north side of the Richat structure. Now there's probably going to be some screenshots that I didn't really want to get in this video. I'll probably have to edit them out if they're really bad and totally unrelated. However, the one main source of a lot of these slides this time is Uncharted X channel from the Why is the Megalithic Andean architecture in Peru and the Sacred Valley is older than the Inca. So the main point is Columbus discovered the Americas, and you know what that means. But the last Inca stronghold destroyed by the Spanish in 1572. So 1500 AD, the height of the Incan Empire. 1438, there's a ruler, but it goes back to 1100 AD. But let's talk about how old some of this stuff is. This is one of the cities that I've seen many times. Brian Forrester probably took these pictures if nobody can say who did. I'm gonna go into the type of megalithic rock sculpting that they have classified in this video, and I got it from Uncharted X. I'm gonna just try to make sure it all fits in here. Okay, Hanan Pacha. Now Hanan Pacha, I don't know how it's pronounced, but if it's in Spanish, related to Spanish, it's Hanan Pacha. The intonation, I'm not quite sure. Now what Uncharted put together was a lot of information that I wanted to compile rather quickly. So there are three main categories. This is the oldest style of megalithic stone carving. Vitrified stone. Looks like it survived some cataclysmic fire or something like a sun CME. They're monolithic. They're single piece, large, huge rocks made from living rock. Bottom layers of construction. That means that the newer stuff is built on top of it, and sometimes to protect it. Now, whatever they were doing to get those chunks out required high technology. This was one that I saw with Graham Hancock visiting. Heavily eroded, so when you see this happening to it, you know that it's super old. Seems to flow in places. That's what I think they mean when they say organic. It looks like objects are pressed into it. Organic means it comes from the same location. It wasn't moved there. Because the next one, there's a lot of quarrying and moving of same rock. So as you can see, seems to flow in places. It looks like objects are pressed into it. Perhaps some type of a liquefaction of stone technology to make the stone soft. There's a couple reasons for that. Also, there is a connection to water. Okay, now it's protected by later styles. So that's what I was saying earlier. That's the organic pieces. They were there originally. The later styles were brought in. Okay, matches other ancient sites like the subterranean chamber of the Great Pyramid. I got a bad picture there. I was screen grabbing it. There are signs of massive destruction. Now, moving on to the next style. It is called the megalithic style because it has the polygonal type of stonework that you don't really see in the old kind of work where they cut into the stone. Uran Pacha. Uran Pacha is the next category. Uran Pacha. Uran Pacha. Okay, so here's some examples. And there's the same stone used. It's the same stone type. Now, later we're going to see a nice one. Incredible precision, non-linear, non-uniform. So, as you can see, there is something going on that's controlling all this. Maybe even liquefying the stone somehow, softening the stone. Perhaps they even knew how to create the stone. Who knows now? Because how long ago was it? So, this is one of the most significant pictures for me because I hadn't seen that until today, and I kind of had an idea that there was some type of almost looked like it was cast, an attribute which it looks like the stone had been actually softened up. And the vitrification that you see on that, I think that's totally different. So the softening technique, you know, it seems like they must have some type of way to probably use electricity to make stones flexible and flowing like lava again. Maybe they heat them up. I mean, maybe they superheat them. This is a big question, and this is a big mystery. Everybody agrees. Okay, knobs and protrusions. And some of the, I've seen one of the guys who works here do a presentation on the shadows that happen certain times of the year. But I have to be honest, I don't really believe in that because, yeah, there always is an equinox linear lineup. It's a good question. Mystery, still, these knobs and protrusions are a mystery. One thing is that this second kind does exist on the third pyramid of Giza. I've mentioned this in my videos before, but he put it right in a nice order, so I have to really thank Uncharted X for what he's done, and I hope he doesn't come after me for showing his screenshots. Next one is often the middle layer of construction. So you see the older stuff underneath, and then it's in the second layer, and then of course the later type is on top. See, quarried and used in later construction. So it's the stones have been brought in from another location. Quarried and used in later construction. The pieces that were used in the middle construction were used in later because the pieces fell apart during some cataclysmic event. They match many other megalithic sites. Okay, this is in Egypt, and that is that famous corner, the Valley Temple in Giza. Really amazing earthquake-proof structures. And this guy said something, then I missed the shot. Let me see if I got that. No, I missed the shot. Something he said, and then there was a great shot of something. I wanted to go back and grab it. But what you can see here in these stones is somehow they've been softened, and lines have been put in those stones right over here. Now, there's another shot of that, but I don't know if it's going to end up in the video. You can see the construction here put on top of it. That's the third layer, I think. It's a lot more inferior. Okay, we're still on the second one, though. Lots of destruction in the second megalithic. And by the way, do I remember the names? Of course I don't remember the names. Let me go say them one more time. So the first one is Hanan Pacha, the oldest style. And then the second kind is Uran Pacha, the megalithic style that shows these knobs and the weird formations. Often the middle layer of construction, quarried and used in later construction, and it matches many other megalithic sites. It shows the signs of destruction as well. So because of this, we can assume that a lot of this is over 12,800 years old. Uncan Pacha is the Inca style. This is the later construction. You see it right here in the corner. It's a lot more inferior style. Okay, let's be honest. Even you and I could do that. But there's quite a bit of work here. Rough work, small stones, use of mortar. Now here's Brian Forrester. Now we're kind of finished with the categorization, but Brian Forrester is standing there in front of some cataclysmic event that happened to that second style. So in the final one, you see no vitrified stone. There's use of loose megalithic stones that fell down from other works. So they've been integrated into the work. So they're mixing. Mimics megalithic work. Here's a nice one with a little thing sticking out. That's nice because it kind of matches those protruding knobs. It's mimicking megalithic work. That's the Inca style. There's another one. The other side of this was the real one, and here on this side they created one that looks like it. And here they did construction on pre-existing work. That's it. I just wanted to show that really quick. I'm going to figure out how to title that and put it out there. Have a great day, and please leave your comments below. Thank you. Bye.